One of the beloved elders of the meeting, who's no longer with us, is Margaret Yarrow. She talked about looking around at every person in the worship space and imagining them wrapped up in red ribbons, sort of tying bows around the whole community to connect us. And that has always given me chills. I think that's such a beautiful and surprising metaphor for Meeting for Worship.
It's a very warm, welcoming, light place. And the outside to me is like, you would drive by there and go, oh, I think that's a house of worship.
As soon as you enter the front door, you are in the heart of the Meetinghouse. So the first experience, I think, is one of immersion. You are inside the door and you are inside the meeting and you are with those that you will sit with during worship.
It's a physical feeling being in the space and having people gather in worship rather than just an individual act.
Silence and worshiping in silence is not a punishment. It's not be quiet. Don't rustle around. You're not allowed to go to the bathroom. What I just told somebody at the door on Sunday is like, don't worry, you're not going to do something wrong.
It's more than just being quiet, because you can be quiet at home in your living room.
It's like listening to many streams flow into the same basin, right? It's like walking or hiking through a mountain and seeing all these little streams like kind of come down to the bottom of the valley into a creek or a river. You know, you just watch all of these different streams. They've come from different places. They have different origins, but they're all flowing into the same thing.
There's an old saying that people will come to meeting for the first time and say, when does the service begin? And the response of old-time Quakers was, well, the service begins when the worship ends. So the idea that we gather here and then we go out into the world and try to do what we're led to do.
If there's one characteristic of this meeting, I would say that it is that dedication to peace and justice. And we do a lot of work in that regard.
Whether you're coming looking for ways to get involved in like social justice groups or working towards healthcare equality and accessibility or environmental concerns, there's so many different people involved in so many different things, and they've been doing it in different ways for decades.
Now immigration has become a hot topic. Like now people are very invested in it, and for obvious reasons. There's a lot of cruelty that's happening in the system. This meeting has something really specific and unique to provide.
We take an approach that I would say is very hands-on, very grounded, and very granular almost. For instance, right now we have probably 15 adult Venezuelans that we are in almost daily contact with, and a whole bunch of kids.
There was a moment when all of these folks were streaming into the country that we said, we've got a room, and that room is empty. That room needs to be used, and there are people that need it.
Different people had different gifts that they could provide. There were the people who offered to do the laundry for the person who was staying here, the people who went and got the groceries.
This space is very uniquely living in solidarity with this community and has done so for decades, but is now doing it at a new level of depth that is just really powerful.
I've helped to start the Alternatives to Violence project here in Colorado because I learned about it getting started in New York, and working in prisons, doing work in prisons as a part of that is one of the most, other than attending Quaker meetings, has been the longest term thing I've done in my life.
Elaine and I go down to Florence once a month and spend the day down there visiting one-on-one with prisoners. And it's whoever has asked for a visit, we'll visit with them as long as they want to visit. And it's just a chance to provide human contact outside of the prison system.
think a lot of people that end up coming a lot sort of come partially for the intergenerational relationships. I think that plays a big role. It just feels like a learning opportunity for us, particularly in a time where things change really quickly and we feel unequipped to deal with it. It can be really, really educational and comforting to have a whole group of people that want to and can tell you about their experiences dealing with a lot of things with regards to things like human rights and the environment. There are people that have been working here in those spaces for decades.
I was approached to kind of start this from an older friend in the community back in November when I was at regional meeting, and she was like, I'll get everything together, I'll make you soup. Since that first meeting, we've been pretty regularly every other week getting together and having a potluck, and sometimes it's 4 people and sometimes it's 9 people, and I'm so glad we're still going.
Mountain View Friends meeting is maybe, it's one very good manifestation of building community and being conscious about building community.
Everyone has a different purpose for coming to meeting, whether that's they're looking for something spiritual, they're looking for community, they're looking to get involved in activism, and it's fine to have different purposes for being here. I think that's what makes it unique and awesome. We can learn from each other.
I think one of the appeals of Quakerism is that it's not prescriptive and there's no one being pushy, there's no advertising.
If you're going to have a connection, it's because you work on it and you're responsible for it. Nobody else is responsible for it, and nobody else can be.
Quakers certainly have a vision. If there's that power, if you really believe in the light, the divine within everyone, then you have certain power that you can only give away. Good intentions have their limit, especially when you're talking about structural oppressions, whether it be race, sexism, heterosexism, religious persecution. Come and feel you are welcome and people want to be. But don't get discouraged or disillusioned when you find out that we're human and flawed also.
1, 2. Quaker video! This is Quaker video.
Hi, I'm Michael Candelori, one of the filmmakers here at Quaker Videos. It was a great experience traveling to Denver to profile Mountain View Friends meeting. And if you liked the video, I hope that you'll give us a like, as well as head to quakervideos.com to subscribe and get more. If you know a meeting or church that might be a great fit to be profiled here on Quaker Videos, please reach out to us at quakervideos.com. Thanks for watching.